Good morning, baseball. It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another video. I feel like I just screamed in your ear, so I apologize for that. Anyways, good morning, baseball. We're going to talk about everything that happened yesterday, April 3rd, in all of Major League Baseball. There were a ton of good pitching performances, a ton of clutch home runs, and yes, even a fight yesterday. So let's get right into it and start talking. If you do enjoy the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by April 16th. We're almost halfway, we're 440 right now. We're close. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. I am doing a jersey giveaway, so I'm giving away 2 MLB jerseys. If you do want to be entered to win that, all you got to do is send me a screenshot of you subscribed on Instagram or Twitter, and then we'll get you entered into that. And I think that's all. I have my Twitch, my podcast, everything like that put in the description, so go through those links if you're interested in seeing more content. Without further ado, let's get into the first performance of the day. Now, first, we're going to get off talking about the most insane pitchers duel that's easily the most insane pitching duel of the year, possibly the most insane pitching duel of the entire season this year. Over in Milwaukee, the Brewers and the Twins were facing off, and there was not a single hit allowed in this game until the 6th inning. Jose Berrios ended up with 12 strikeouts, Corbin Burnes with 11. Corbin Burnes did end up giving a solo home run up to Byron Buxton, who now has 2 home runs in as many games. He's obviously known as a speed guy, but he's really showing that power tool coming to fruition. But yeah, absolutely lights out day. 23 strikeouts between the 2 starting pitchers, and the Twins end up winning it 2-0. But my God, dude, what an exciting start to the season, especially for Twins fans. Jose Berrios is usually... Jose Berrios has not really been living up to his potential the last few years, but this first start is a really good sign that he could be taking that ace form. He's still pretty young. I think he's like 25 years old or something, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, definitely a good sign. And then Corbin Burnes looking better than Brandon Woodruff in his first start. And the Twins have a pretty good offense. So damn impressive performance from both of those guys. Now, if you don't like pitching performances, let's roll the next clip here. Now, the Dodgers are playing the Rockies still, and the Rockies have been putting up one hell of a fight. It was a tie ball game when Zach McKinstry came up to the plate. I didn't even know who Zach McKinstry was, if I'm being honest, especially on that Dodgers roster. I don't know how he's still playing on there, but he had an inside the park home run that was almost an over-the-fence home run. Raimel Tapia comes up. I feel like the second day in a row we're roasting Raimel Tapia for almost robbing a home run. He goes up, it hits off his glove, but it kind of, instead of going over the fence, he pulls it back into the ballpark. He thinks it's a home run because he feels it go off his glove, so he's just laying there in the outfield. Zach McKinstry's able to run all the way around the bases for possibly the easiest inside the park home run I've ever seen. So Zach McKinstry, that's his first career home run. It should have been over the fence, but it turns into an inside the park home run thanks to Raimel Tapia's almost amazing defense. The Dodgers did go on to win 6-5, but the Rockies have been putting up a hell of a fight, man. I don't know. The Rockies offense is looking pretty nice, and their pitching, John Gray was lights out against the Dodgers, only allowing 1 run through, I think, 5 innings pitched yesterday. So, yeah, Rockies have some stuff to look forward to this year. Now, I did mention there was a fight that went down in Major League Baseball yesterday. It happened between the Cardinals and the Reds. As you can see, Nick Castellanos gets hit by a pitch after homering on opening day. He ends up stealing and end up scoring on a pass ball. But when he scores on the pass ball, he just kind of stands over the pitcher and yells directly into his face, which, first of all, with COVID, that's probably not the best idea, or not the best look, at least, on a nationally televised game. And then Yadier Molina, of course, takes exception to it, and they start a huge fight. There weren't any punches thrown. It wasn't like a huge, fight or anything, but at the end of the day, it was just kind of Nick Castellanos being a dick for no reason at all. It was clearly an accident, him getting hit, and Yadier Molina even let him know that. After he got hit, he kind of came up to him and was like, all right, man, chill out. Nick Castellanos did go on to say, I don't care what Yadier Molina does, I'm still going to ask him for a signed jersey, because, of course, Yadier Molina is a stud. Castellanos does have a lot of respect for him. I think he just kind of got caught up in the game at that moment, But anyways, it was a huge high-scoring game right there. The Reds ended up beating the Cardinals 9-6, so it was a pretty close game. Paul DeJong hit 2 home runs in that one, and Nolan Arenado hits his first home run as a St. Louis Cardinals. Of course, that great American ballpark effect. The Cardinals are looking very good early in the year, putting up a lot of offense. Unfortunately, their pitching wasn't super good yesterday. But the Reds look pretty good as well, so it's going to be an interesting year there in the NL Central. Now, speaking of the NL Central, the Cubs faced off against the Pirates, and the Pirates, of course, are known for possibly being the worst team in baseball, but they've actually been looking pretty good against the Cubs. Yesterday, they did end up losing 5-1, and Javi Baez had a day. 2 for 4 at the dish. He stole second and third and ended up scoring at some point during the day, so showing off that speed. Obviously, he's great defensively. Hopefully, he can get that offense going this year and be a little bit of the prospect that everybody thought he was going to be. So yeah, Javi Baez is a great game. It's one of my Twitch viewers yesterday that I put him in this video, so here you are. Trevor, specifically, calling you by name. There's your Javi Baez mention. Now, from one clutch performance by one player to another, let's go with Gary Sanchez hitting his second home run in as many games. He's looking phenomenal to start the year. He could possibly be the best offensive catcher in the American League, at least this year. Hopefully, he keeps that up. 2 home runs. He's on pace for 162. I'm just saying. So he looks very good out there offensively. Obviously, the defense still needs some work, but Gary Sanchez with the second home run in as many games helps the Yankees beat the Blue Jays. Now, I say he might be the best American catcher in the American League, but this guy kind of saying, hold my beer right here. We're going to go with Yermin Mercedes. So yesterday I talked about him going 5 for 5 to start the year as a rookie. He had 1 at-bat in 2020. Comes in this year, 5 for 5 in his first major league game. Today, what does he do? Starts the game off with his first major league home run. Then he ends up going 3 for 3 to start the day yesterday. So ended up going 8 for his first 8 at-bats in his rookie year. So absolutely insane. I believe that it's the first time that's happened since 1901, I think they said in the broadcast yesterday. So he looks absolutely lights out. I picked him up in fantasy, and you should too. If you're a fantasy baseball player, Yermin Mercedes, catcher eligibility, super stud. I don't know what the White Sox are going to do because they have Zach Collins, Yermin Mercedes, and Yasmani Grandal. If all 3 of those guys are hitting, that's going to be crazy. Now, the White Sox didn't end up winning. Gold Glover Luis Robert calls off Tim Anderson for a routine pop fly, and it hits off his head like Jose Canseco. That leads to a run for the Angels, but the nail in the coffin came in the 8th inning when Justin Upton came up and hit a 2-run bomb to take the lead into the 9th inning where the Angels ended up winning. So huge game, very exciting game to watch. Where I'm going to definitely be watching White Sox Angels today. It's on Sunday. So you should too. Very exciting teams to watch and super clutch victory for the Angels. We go to 2-1 on the year. I have never been this excited for a season, bro. I don't know why. Just got a good feeling about the Angels this year. Now, to dash my hopes with my good feeling about the Angels this year, the Houston Astros look better than 2017. They look so good. They are just absolutely steamrolling over these Oakland A's. 9-1 over the A's yesterday. They have just absolutely been lights out. Nothing really, no flaws in their game. They haven't been allowing a lot of runs. They've been putting up crazy amounts of runs. Yordan Alvarez finally hit his first home run of the season yesterday. And Yordan Alvarez, when he's on, could be one of the best hitters in baseball. I don't know when the last time a DH won MVP was, but my God, Yordan Alvarez has that kind of potential at the plate. And just everybody in that lineup has been absolutely lights out, and their pitching staff has looked great as well. Now, this looks very bad for the Oakland A's. I was really high on the A's to start the year, and I was really low on the Astros, so maybe I was completely wrong. It's only 3 games, but at the end of the day, it looks like they're going in for a sweep right now. The Astros look so much better than the A's, miles above them, so hopefully they start to cool off a little bit for my sake. Now, we talked about overperforming teams, in my opinion, with the Astros. Now, let's talk about some underperforming teams in the Cleveland Indians and the Atlanta Braves. Now, the Atlanta Braves, man, they put up 2 runs in these first 2 games. They have been absolutely shut down by these Philadelphia Phillies pitching staff, which is not necessarily one of the best in baseball. I agree Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler are pretty good ball players, but that bullpen, you should be able to put up at least more than 2 runs in 2 games. Pablo Sandoval has been the MVP for them. I think they put up 1 hit yesterday against Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler looked absolutely amazing against them, and yeah, the Braves are definitely off to a slow start. Do I think the Braves are going to come back and be one of the better teams in baseball? Without a doubt in my mind, but right now they're off to a very slow start. Same thing with the Cleveland Indians. The Cleveland Indians, obviously, people think they're going to be a 3rd place. Some people even think they could be a 2nd place team. But after dropping 2 straight to the Tigers, man, I don't know. They're kind of playing like a 5th place team. I personally had them as a 4th place team. So, yeah, Indians fans, I'm sorry. You're off to a very, very cold start. So hopefully that gets a little bit better for you guys. Now, there was one last game I do want to touch on. Oh, sorry, I did forget to mention Marlins absolutely slaughtered the Rays 12-7. I was talking about how good the Rays pitching was. Marlins go out and say, fuck that. 12-7 ball game there in Miami. Starling Marte goes 4 for 5, and they ended up putting up 12 runs, dude. That's absolutely insane. Against the Tampa Bay Rays, who have been very good pitching-wise. So, good looks for the Miami Marlins. They're another team that looks very, very good on paper. Who I honestly think could make some noise in that NL East. I don't think they could win the division or anything, but they could definitely play spoiler down the road. Now, there is one more game I do want to talk about before we get going here, and that would be the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the San Diego Padres. Joe Musgrove had his first start of the season yesterday, and he had 8 strikeouts over 6 innings pitched, not allowing a single run. They did end up combining for the shutout over there in San Diego. The Diamondbacks haven't looked amazing, but it's kind of hard against the Padres. They're such a good, such a complete team. Unfortunately for the Diamondbacks as well, Christian Walker ended up getting hurt on a pretty routine play. It was a bouncing ball in the dirt, and unfortunately just took a bad hop on him, hit him right in the eyes. So we're not sure how long he's going to be out for. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But it is a huge blow for this Arizona Diamondbacks team if he's not able to continue playing for the next few weeks. So prayers up for my boy Christian Walker, and the Padres are going in for the sweep tomorrow. So good luck to the Padres. Good luck to all these teams. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning.